I'm your explorer, Ryan Agoncillo, and I'll take you to one of the most important natural legacies of Metro Manila. In the past, this river was a source of clean water for homes and livelihood to fishermen. But over the years, the river became heavily polluted as people and industry abused it. Let's take a closer look at the river of life known as the Pasig River. When you hear about Pasig River, most of us will definitely associate it with trash, pollutants, and of course, its foul smell. It has become a dumping ground for the growing population of the metropolis. Kaya naman, the once called River of Life has turned into a dying river. Its waters is home to all kinds of germs and diseases. At alam niyo ba na pati bangkay ng tao tinatapon na rin dito? Nako, river of death na nga talaga. What happened to this 25-kilometer long river that was a vital part to Manila's prosperity? Why is this river slowly dying? And what should we do to save it? We'll try to answer these questions when the explorer returns. Pasig River was a major transport route during the early times. That was when the waters of Pasig was still clean. Pero ngayon, bihira na ang namamangka rito kasi naman, iba nangangamoy ng tubig, iba't ibang klase pang basura makikita mo rito. Back in the 50s, bathing in Pasig River was prohibited already. Even washing of clothes can no longer be possible because of the quality of its water. After it had been declared biologically dead, meaning it cannot sustain aquatic life anymore. The condition didn't happen overnight. The sewage and industrial wastes dumped into the river built up over the years increased the water's biochemical oxygen demand, or BOD. A given body of water is an indication of its level of pollution. The water quality of Pasig River is so bad that its daily pollution load in terms of bio-oxygen demand, or BOD, stood at 327 tons. Marami ang naging sanhi ng unti-unting kamatayan ng Ilog Pasig. Most households discharge their untreated liquid domestic waste directly into the Pasig River.
1997, there are significant milestones for the Pasig River. Okay, so nalinis in a sense yung Pasig River, pero patuloy na tumataas pa rin yung domestic liquid waste na nanggagaling sa mga bahay. Bakit? Kasi we cannot compel people not to flush the toilet. We cannot compel people not to take a bath.
Katulad na lang ng mga taong nakatira sa barong-barong na to. Aba, iginagawang isang malaking toilet ang Pasig River. According to a study done by the River Rehabilitation Secretariat, the pollution level from liquid domestic waste rose from 45% to 60%. Three main sources of pollution were identified: industrial liquid waste, domestic liquid, and solid waste. Dahil sa kalagayan ng Ilog Pasig, naging isang malaking problema ito sa Kamaynilaan. Malaki ang naging epekto nito sa mga lugar na dinadaanan ng Ilog Pasig. Ano ba ang river noon? Why is it considered the most important natural legacies of Manila? We'll take a look at the Pasig River of a long-gone era when the explorer returns. The Pasig River is said to have been the cradle of Tagalog civilization and the central spine of transport of Manila for the last millennium of its known history. Pasig River was Manila's first highway. Ibig sabihin, ito ang EDSA noong unang panahon. It was a major transport route. Even before the arrival of the Spaniards, traders from around Asia and as far as the Middle East used the river to barter their goods. People lived in small settlements along its banks and called themselves Tagalog, from the word taga, meaning originating from, and ilog, meaning river. The word Pasig is said to be derived from the Tagalog of sandy riverbanks.
Yung mismong function ng araw, mga riverine community settlements, dependent dun sa river as highways, ano? Bali nung kwan lang na nagkaroon ng overpopulation, saka lang nagkakaroon ng mga streets eh. So talagang ginagamit nila, mga bangka, lahat ng watercraft.
With the arrival of the Spaniards and the establishment of the gallant trade, it became the first player in the global economy of modern times. Malinis at maganda ang ilog noon, kaya naman marami ang naliligo dito. Mayaman din ito sa iba't ibang klase ng isda. Kaya kahit si Jose Rizal namangha sa kagandahan nito. It was even described in his famous novels like El Filibusterismo at Noli Me Tangere. Naaalala niyo pa ba sa El Fili ang Vapor Tabo na dumaan sa Ilog Pasig? At hindi lang si Rizal ang nagandahan dito. In 1926, Nicanor Abelardo composed a Condiman type of song known as Mutya ng Pasig. It only shows that the river inspired numerous artists over the last centuries. Marami na ding nasaksihan ng Pasig River ng mga pangyayari sa pagdaan ng panahon. Noong ikalawang digmaan, malaki ang naging papel nito sa mabilis na pagbiyahe ng mga armas at iba pang gamit pandigmaan. Pero dito rin nag-umpisa ang pagkasira ng ilog. The city was destroyed after the liberation. Bridges were damaged, buildings, water, and even the sewage systems. It was also during this time when factories and other commercial institutions proliferated along the banks, dumping waste into Pasig. Then came the squatters living along the banks, also dumping their own waste. At mula noon, hindi na napigilan ang patuloy na pagdumi ng Ilog Pasig. Malaki na ang nagawang kasalanan ng mga tao sa Pasig River. What should we do to revive this river? Don't go away. Saving the Pasig River is up next, so stay tuned. In 1993, the Pasig River Rehabilitation Program, or PRRP, was created. It has two main objectives: to improve the river's water quality by making it Class C. A Class C water rating would mean the aquatic life has returned to the river and its water would be suitable for boating. Another objective is to improve the environmental condition of the entire river system by eliminating the offensive dry season odor, reducing biochemical oxygen demand, or BOD, and reducing the amount of solid waste dumped in the river. Clean and Green Foundation was also established, and also Piso para sa Pasig became one of their famous campaigns. It's a fundraising program to create public awareness through a high-profile tri-media campaign designed to raise 50 million pesos as a trust fund to support PRRP programs. One of their activities is to educate students about the river's plight.
The students that we brought here this morning are students of geography class from International School, Manila. Yearly, we do this with them in order to come up with their findings. They're monitoring the water, trying to see whether there are improvements. No?
Water sampling is part of the class experiment. Each year, they collect samples from the river to determine the quality of water.
Sample 2, guys!
Dito malalaman kung nag-i-improve ang tubig sa Ilog Pasig. Ayon kay Renato Cruz ng Environmental Management Bureau ng DENR, ay malaki na ang pinagbago ng Pasig River ngayon.
3 years ago, dissolved oxygen was about 2 milligrams per liter. A year ago, it was practically around 4.5 milligrams per liter. Now, this in itself is a tremendous improvement considering that about 5 years ago, conditions were on the average around 1 milligram per liter.
Unti-unti nang nabubuhay ang ilog, pero hindi madaling ibalik sa dati ang Pasig River. The restoration and preservation of the Pasig River is a collective endeavor. It involves everyone from the government agencies, the private sector, and of course, the public. One of its private supporters is Unilever. The company has been in the banks of the river for 73 years. And according to Chito Macapagal, General Manager for Corporate Development, Unilever is committed in the revival of the river.
We believe our role is nothing but to just maybe show an example on how a company can still meet business objectives and still be environmentally friendly.
To ensure that Unilever's operations don't pollute, it constructed a domestic wastewater treatment plant. This takes care of the domestic liquid generated by the company. Another one is its 3 R's campaign: reduce, reuse, and recycle. To gain wider participation, Clean River Zone, or CRZs, also became a part of its crusade. CRZs are envisioned as organized communities that practice and manage community waste in a suitable manner.
The secret of rehabilitating the river is really through multi-sectoral participation. We need everybody's contribution here. Everybody can do its share. Pag-segregate lang ng waste. If you cannot segregate your waste, it's gonna find its way on the river.
Sana ay mas marami pang maging kagaya ng Unilever, mga korporasyon na may malasakit sa environment. And also, let us do our share in saving the river of life. Let us bring back its life by not polluting its waters. Join cleanup drives and community-based waste management training in our neighboring communities. Waste management is an environmental-friendly means of handling and disposal of wastes. We hope that the rehabilitation efforts in reviving the river will not be in vain. Let us do our share in making our world a better place to live in.
We should be responsible enough to accept na we are part of the problem rather than the solution. So for us to become solutions to the problem, we should be cooperative then, no, when we talk about the Pasig River.
Ilang taon din natin pinabayaan ang Pasig River. That's why it will take some time and effort to revive it. Pero kahit na ilang cleanup program ang gawin natin, kung patuloy naman din tayong patapon ng basura, wala rin mangyayari. Huwag nating iasa lahat sa gobyerno. We must also do our part to keep Pasig alive. Try to be active in the different groups that help out in the rehabilitation of Pasig River. You may call the Pasig River Rehabilitation Commission at 734-2217. This has been Ryan Agoncillo. Join me again next week. You gotta check us out because it's our anniversary episode next week. 1 year na kami. Kita-kita tayo.